Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to talk to you all about the Infantry Rifle and why I think it's one of the best weapons in the game currently, and it's definitely something you should try out. If you find this video helpful, please do remember to give it a like and subscribe if you would like to see more. Also follow me on Twitch, that's where I live stream now. It will be linked down in the description below, but it's evolve_Jake. Yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. This is a gun that has been in Fortnite for quite a while, but a lot of people overlook it or underrate it because of how bad it was when it initially came out. When this weapon first came out, it was projectile instead of hit scan, so you had to lead opponents and compensate for like bullet travel and drop and how the opponent would move in the course of time while the bullet travels. But they made it hit scan quite a while ago, and with the combat shotgun being added in Season 9, I think the Infantry Rifle is one of the best things in the game. And the reason why the combat shotgun being added influences how good the infantry is because the infantry kind of falls short at like close medium or like close range. Like the gap between medium range and close range and just close range itself, the infantry rifle is really not that great. But the combat shotgun does that perfectly, and it also does up close perfectly. Like the range of the combat makes it to where that you're going to be using your shotgun in those fights anyways, just naturally, so that you can combine them. They like kind of complement each other's like strengths and weaknesses, you know what I mean? So that is why I think the infantry is really good. It got buffed or changed, and the combat shotgun naturally complements it really well. The damage for this weapon is 38 for the green, 40 for the blue, 42 for the purple, or 44 for the gold one, or 76 headshot, 80 headshot, 84 headshot, and 88 headshot with the gold infantry rifle. So as you can see, it does massive damage with headshots. If you're going to be able to get a headshot on an opponent, you're going to be able to kill them very quickly. Off spawn, a headshot and a body shot is all it will take to kill an opponent who doesn't have shield. 150 is like a health that a lot of people exist in Fortnite, and with the blue or better, if you get 2 headshots, you just kill that person in 2 shots. It's an incredibly good weapon, and if you have really good aim and really good tracking at long range, you're going to put in a lot of damage on the opponents with this weapon, and they're going to have a really hard time dealing with you. One thing that I've found with this weapon that I was doing way too much is that I was ADS spamming too fast. With the normal assault rifle or the SCAR, you can ADS spam really quick. This is if you're playing on controller. But you can ADS spam and shoot like really quickly, and the weapon doesn't really have any recoil, so it makes it to where you could just hit out shots really quickly. But with the infantry rifle, if you ADS spam as fast as you can actually shoot, you're not going to hit as many shots as you would like. I don't know what it is, if it's the bloom or this gun doesn't really have bloom, but like the recoil, there's something going on with ADS spamming if you do it too quickly. I think it's the recoil. So you want to either have pauses between your shots if you're ADS spamming, or just ADS spam for the first shot and then track from that point on. You'll see in this gameplay I actually do a really bad job of that in the video, the background gameplay used in this video. But this was actually the first time I had really used the infantry rifle in quite a while, and then I got this game, and then I started using it more since then, and I have gotten better at that. But you'll see in this gameplay I'm ADS spamming a lot, and I'm doing it too quickly, and a lot of my shots aren't hitting. If I had a little bit more pauses between my shots, I would have hit more of those shots and killed these people a bit easier. Or if I had just tracked them without the ADS spam, I would have had an easier time. But like I said, this is when I was less experienced with the weapon, and I didn't like figure out how to use it at this point in time. Like I was saying before, you want to use the combat shotgun. If you ever get into a fight that's somewhat close range, just switch to the combat. It does that perfectly, and it does medium range quite well. So you're not really going to be punished for like swapping at the wrong time. Just switch to your combat whenever you feel like the enemy is putting pressure on you, and you're going to be in a good spot. You could use an SMG. That's one of the bad things about this loadout. The way I use it is I just use the infantry in a combat, and then those are my 2 weapons, and then I have heals, mobility, and then like an explosive weapon or a sniper or something. And with that loadout, you don't really have anything to break builds, and I'm fine playing like that without having like an SMG or any like spray weapon to break builds. Just the way the game is played now, I've gotten used to not running an SMG at all and just using my shotgun for close range fights, and mainly relying on building and positioning to kill opponents, wall replacing, things of that nature. I feel like wall replacing is just so much better than spraying the walls. So like, I don't know. The fact that you have no spray or nothing to really combat builds with isn't the biggest deal just because of how the game is played. But you could run an SMG if you really wanted to, and then you could just have that for spray. I'd recommend the suppressed SMG or probably the suppressed or the burst. I don't really like the drum gun much, and I feel like the TAC AR isn't that good at spraying, and it's kind of the more ranged SMG, which the combat shotgun and the infantry rifle already have your long range handled. So if you want to use a spray weapon with this loadout, I'd recommend either the suppressed or the burst SMG. Those are my 2 favorites. This weapon is really, really good in the team game modes, because if you have people focused on your teammate, or if you have people focused on you, but you can get like a break in the fight and then try to assist your teammates and the people that are fighting them, you're going to be able to put so much damage in so quickly. You could two-shot someone and break their shield. And if your teammate had already done damage to them, that might be enough to get the kill, but it also might just be enough to break the opponent's shield and give your teammate the edge they needed in that fight. And if you hit a headshot on somebody that your opponent or that your teammate is fighting, you're going to do so much damage to that person so quickly. And a lot of times you're just going to sway the fight so much in your teammate's favor, and it really helps them. You could do this with normal ARs, obviously, but those have bloom and spread, and if you're in the middle of a build fight and you build up and then you have time to get shots in an opponent, a lot of times you aren't going to be waiting for first shot accuracy, so you might miss some of those shots. But with the infantry, it pretty much always has first shot accuracy. Even if you're strafing, this weapon is incredibly accurate, so you will pretty much always be able to hit your shots if you're on target. Lots of people complain about bloom all the time. This is your weapon. If bloom really annoys you and you feel like you're on target but you aren't hitting shots, try out the infantry rifle, get used to it, and you're going to hit all of your shots if you're actually on target. It's also really good at killing people who are rotating if you have high ground. Like anybody who's exposed, if you have good aim, you're going to put so much damage on them. So try out the infantry rifle in game. Let me know what you think of it. Leave a comment down below whether telling me if you like the infantry, if you've been using it, if you haven't tried it at all and you're going to use it again. Let me know. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please do remember to give it a like and subscribe if you would like to see more. Thanks for watching.